Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your November 16th to the 30th, 2020 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. And one bonus card. So let me move this all down so you can just see a bit better. Okay. Move this here. Fantastic, that's better. Now let's see your chakra energy for this time. Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. So we start off here with the third eye chakra, and I'll get into this in just a moment, equating them all back to the tarot. We have the throat chakra, and we have the heart chakra right here. Now the left-hand side is the inner self, the middle is the heart, the emotional self, the right-hand side, the public arena, the public self, and you, of course, have your bonus card. Okay, awesome. So we're starting off with the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the King of Water, which is water sign energy, the King of Cups, which is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, the Page of Air, the Page of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Seven of Wands. The Hermit, which is Virgo energy, time frame August 23rd to September 22nd. This will come out very strongly for those of you who are on the cusp with Virgo. Oh, wow, the Queen of Water. So you have the King and the Queen of Cups, the King and the Queen of Water right here. It's a beautiful connection. Whenever I have the King and the Queen from the same suit, from the same deck, this is a soulmate connection, a true love connection. You have the Page of Cups here also. So not only are you empowered, are you royalty, you're also a student of your heart, your soul, yourself. The Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, time frame April 20th to May 20th, and the Star, which is Aquarius energy, time frame January 20th to February 18th. And then we have the Messenger of Earth, amplifying this Taurus energy and the Virgo energy right here. Awesome. So let's look at your chakra energy for this time. The heart chakra, the throat chakra, and the third eye chakra. So we'll start with the third eye chakra. This is visualization. You are going to be seeing things clearly. What you focus on in your mind's eye is what you're going to be manifesting within your world. So just be very mindful, Leo, that if you're focusing on anger, destruction, hurt and pain, things that have made your life fall apart, or things that cause you doubt or upset, this is what you're going to perpetuate. This is what you're going to get more of. So the visualization, looking and really seeing yourself in the place that you want to be, the happiness, the joy, and then working towards that. And it doesn't mean that you have to change your job or anything like that. What Spirit is saying is that you take each step. It's kind of like with a smile on your face, and you say, this is what I'm visualizing myself moving forward in. I'm visualizing myself moving forward in happiness. Things tend to fall into place if we start to radiate happiness. And we'll also see purges, all right, of what is holding us back from our happiness, from our joy, from our success. And so through visualization, there is true empowerment. Now, this is deeper than just crossing your fingers and wishing. This is seeing yourself there, because the mind is astoundingly powerful. Our minds actually do not know the difference between what we visualize and what we live. So if we're visualizing more hardship, more pain, more disappointment, that's what we get, because our mind is sitting there saying, well, that's what we already have. But if we are visualizing triumph and success and bounty and a peace within ourselves, our mind says, oh, well, that's what I already have. So let me work towards that. Let me embrace that within my life. And it'll also start to show you what you need to purge away, what can no longer be in your existence. So the visualization is very, very, very empowering, because it's the first step. It's the first step towards changing everything. And it brings you to your truth, the third chakra. Speaking your truth, you have the repeat of the number 7 here, Leo. Speaking your truth is astoundingly powerful for you. Okay? It balances the scales. It moves you forward in the way that you need to be moving forward. It helps you see. You have a childlike innocence at times here, and you have a monarch's rule. So there's a contradiction to you, yes, but there's also power to you. Embrace your passion. Also embrace your heart's wisdom. Embrace your truth and move forward in that truth. Speak the truth. Even if it's the truth as you see it right now, and that truth winds up changing, winds up evolving, winds up becoming something more, still speak your truth. And then we have the inner child. And this is the heart and the soul of us. This is the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is saying here, for a moment, just do this visualization with me, because it's one of my favorites. See yourself sitting down or kneeling down, whichever is more comfortable for you. And you're in this big open space. And you hear laughter of a child. And then you have this child. And this child is you, running towards you. This is you when you were little, when life was simpler, where you laughed in that carefree, beautiful way that children do. And you run towards yourself as an adult. You run towards you. And then that child that you were flings themselves into your arms, as children do, and holds onto you with all the might of the world. And you tell that child, I'm here for you. I will always be here for you. I love you. I will always love you. And I will always listen to you. because so much of our life is spent trying to outrun our shadows. So much of our hurt comes from childhood. And so here, there is a sense of love opening up, empowerment guiding you forward, an acceptance of who you were, who you are, and who you will become. And that empowers your heart in such a way that people will be jealous. They won't even understand. Let's see the people you need to be. Let's see the people who will aid you during this time. Who are the people who will aid Leo? November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Leo. Who are the people who will aid Leo? November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Awesome. So we start here with the High Priest. And I knew the Taurus energy was going to come through again. I just said it loud and clear as I was shuffling. I wanted to make sure that I didn't accidentally say Taurus while I was shuffling the cards. So that's really funny. So this Taurus energy is coming forward. Again, time frame April 20th to May 20th. This is somebody who is stubborn, yes. Okay, but this is a person you want in your corner. This is a person who, when they are loyal, they are absolutely loyal. Okay, there's a determination, there's a fire, there's a fight to them. And you like that. You like that, Leo. That's something that you can really respect. So here, with this Taurus energy, there's a stubbornness that it opens up in you. There's a grounding that it absolutely brings forward in your life. A sense of seeing things more openly, more honestly, more truthfully for yourself and what you desire. And then it brings you to the Prince of Swords. It brings you to this air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a person who moves forward rather quickly, who slays the dragons, who goes after what it is that they desire. And that's going to be something that you are very intrigued with. This is a person who moves at a pace that you're comfortable with. They move rather quickly, yes, but they also move honestly and speedily and truthfully. And it's towards what you desire. And so they're opening up new avenues. They're sharing new knowledge with you. And then this leads you to the King of Swords. Again, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is somebody who can be no nonsense, very cut through the bull, move forward, look at things in a more open way. But this is also somebody with a warrior spirit. They have a fight to them. They have a fight and a sense of determination to them that is intriguing to you. Okay, again, it's something that you respect. And you're looking at things and you're like, how do I move forward like that? How do I embrace that knowledge, that understanding, that focus? And it brings you to the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles right here is the sense of patience. Patience is needed. And Leo, I know, my mom used to always say, the P word when we were growing up. And everybody would roll their eyes. It's like, oh no, I don't want any more patience. And I see that here with you. It's like divinity. I don't want any more patience. I'm done. I think I'm good. And divinity is like, no, be patient. Because the fruits of your labor that are coming will empower you, will bolden you, will move you forward in a direction you didn't think that you could be moving in, but which finds your truth and embraces your power. You can move forward in your time, yes, but it won't be as sweet. It's kind of like when you have a thing of strawberries, right? And you want them to be ripe right away, but they're not. They have to naturally ripen. And so you cut them up and you cover them with sugar and you eat them. They're crunchy, they're tart and sweet, and they're good. They're not bad. But if you waited for them to naturally ripen without covering them with sugar, first of all, they'd be better for you. And it's a sweetness that you cannot force. It is just gorgeous. It'll be rich and delicious and just luxurious. Luxury? Yeah. It will be so much better. And that's what Spirit is showing here. It's like, move forward. And remember, divine timing is with you. Don't force things. And it's not saying to stay in a situation that is bad for you. It's not saying to be unhappy or anything like that. It is saying to be patient. Because divinity has a plan for you beyond what you can realize and beyond what you do realize. It's opening up doors for you in a way that is really quite profound. And it brings you to the Five of Air. The Five of Swords, the Five of Air, is is a sense of this being karmic, okay? This patience that is needed. This is something you've written already in your chart, right? This is something that needs to be learned because it's part of your karmic lesson. It's part of your purpose on this earth. And as you're seeing what you don't want, there is something here where it feels like, oh no, not again, not again. There's a pattern that's coming. There's somebody that you're meeting where you're like, oh my goodness, I already knew people like this. I don't want it. What the heck is going on? So here with the Five of Swords, it's saying stand your ground, know your truth. Don't get hot-headed, okay? Because Spirit is warning against that. Coming from a place of love, of caring, of compassion is going to be your best bet. And to embrace what you love, to embrace yourself moving forward, to stand in your truth and say, this is me. Like it? Great. Don't like it? Great. But I'm not fundamentally changing who I am to better serve anybody else. And so there is empowerment here. There is a sense of self. There is a sense of cutting through the fears that once held you back and denied you your truth. And it brings you to the King of Cups. Now, I love that you have in this line, you have the King and the Queen of Cups. Now, so you have a monarchy right here. And then you have the Hierophant, which in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is represented by the Pope. And the Pope in medieval times could tell kings, queens, emperors, empresses what to do. So you have this power of you, and then you have one step higher power coming in. And so here, there's greatness to you. Here, there's force, there's determination, there's greater understanding. And the thing that I love about the King of Cups, I absolutely love it, is that in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, he is the king of a rock in the water. So he's a king of one. You might think, well, what the heck good is that? Yes, it's implied because he's a king that he rules more people. But it's not seen. You don't see it. And so here, with him, it is a sense of, in your emotions, you're the king, you are the ruler of one person, and that person is you. You are embracing the sacred masculine here. You're also embracing its beautiful counterpart, the sacred feminine, both of these going together when it comes to love exquisitely, absolutely exquisitely. So there's something exquisite about you that comes forward. And you're seeing here, I can rule just myself. No more and no less. I cannot make other people do what I want them to do. Heck, we try to make ourselves do what we don't want to do, and it never works out entirely well. So here, with the king of water, with the King of Cups, it's saying, I rule me. And I will rule me as justly, as fairly, as powerfully as I possibly can. And it brings you then to the Page of Air. It brings you to being a student of your mind, the Page of Swords, cutting through doubts and fears, seeing things more openly, more honestly, learning how to fly, to spread your wings, to say, there is more. And I see that there is more. And I will study how to incorporate this into my mind, into my life. Because remember, the first place that we start to do anything is within our minds. You know, it's kind of like, Spirit is showing me, it's kind of like saying, I want to be in a relationship, right? But then saying, I'm terrified of being in a relationship. So on the one hand, in your mind, you know, through your words, you're saying, oh, I want to be in a relationship. But then in your mind, you might be visualizing your parents' relationship, which is something you do not want. Or you might be visualizing, you know, any relationship that you saw that was catastrophic. You could have been in one before that was really bad, and you think, I don't want to go through that again. And so you counteract yourself. You know, with your mouth you say this, with your mind you say this, and yourself doesn't know which way to go. And the energy of the universe doesn't know how to move you forward. So there's a question here. It's like, okay, I'll give you what you want, but both ends, which is not what you want at all. So here, as you look at yourself and you see, well, what is it that's holding me back? What is it that makes me question myself? What is it that, you know, that I am afraid of? And because you're ruling just yourself and you realize I cannot control anybody else's lesson. I cannot move them forward in any other way. And that's something karmic here. And that's the patience that you have to have with yourself. Okay? Then you become a student of your mind. Then you become a student of what you truly want. And it's like, okay, I see. I see that there is something greater here. Because the mind, you're crowned with the Seven of Fire, the Seven of Wands. It's like you want to move forward, right? You want to move forward, you're determined, you're passionate. But there's a sense of feeling like it's always going to be a battle. It's always going to be a war. And you're tired. I mean, my goodness, Leo, you're tired. It's like, I do not want to fight anymore. I want to step back. I want to be me. I want to be healed. Walking in the beauty of my power, the beauty of my truth, with the world not giving me an unbearable weight. And so you stand your ground. You know your truth. You stand your ground and you know your truth. And as you do this, you learn, I cannot fight every fight. I just can't. Some things have to play out on their own. And as you embrace this truth, you embrace this power. You know when to engage and when to walk away, because you're following your truth. It doesn't mean that people have to agree with you. A lot of times they may not. It means that you have to walk forward in a path that is right for you. And as you do, I love it. It's like all the keys up here. You unlock the door. But this is something very private. This is something astoundingly personal. Nobody else can do this for you but you. Nobody else wants this but you. When we sit there and we broad stroke our lives and we say, this is our prosperity, this is what we desire, this is how we move forward, the words that we use are very similar to the words that everybody else uses. I want to be happy. People say, oh, I want to be happy. I want to be secure. I want to have money. I want to, have this, have that. And if you boil it down, what everybody wants is kind of very simple, or very similar, and simple at times, if you just look at it that way. But then you put in the personality, and you put in the complexity, and then it becomes very different. It becomes astoundingly personal. And here you're stepping back from the chaos of the world, from the battles that you have fought, and the battles that you will fight again, because this is life, and life is hard. And you are opening up the door to your truth, to your power, to your understanding, to your passion. And as you do so, you become the queen. You heal. Your heart heals. Your heart learns, I can't fight all the time. I need to walk through to my truth, and I embrace my love, my understanding, my healing, my glory, my abundance. I move forward for me. And as I move forward for me, I see that there is compassion and there is beauty and there is a true connection with my heart, my soul, myself. And I walk through a door that I never thought would open. I walk into a life that I thought, sorry, I'm getting choked up here, that I thought was for somebody else. But it gets to be for me. I get to have this healing. I get to have this weight lifted off my shoulders. I get to have this sense of power and truth and love. I get to be happy. Leo, people can have all the money in the world and they're miserable. But if you're happy, it's very hard to break a person's happiness. Their baseline happiness. That, something catastrophic has to happen to break that. Here, we're not looking at the king and the queen of wealth, though it would be nice, right? The king and the queen of power, the king and the queen of determination. We're looking at the king and the queen of the heart. And the heart is healing here. The heart is deeply empowered and emboldened. The heart is your way of moving forward. Because there's a healing, there's a seeing. It's like, what does my heart want? What does my heart need? What is part of my soul? And it's following that truth, and it's connecting it with your mind, with the ability to rule your existence. So it's not being extreme emotion all the time, and it's not being extreme logic. It is finding that middle ground. And as you find that middle ground, you become a student of your heart, and you live as a student of your heart. And you live in search of that beauty that is the excitement of getting a gift, okay? Of ordering something or, getting something and unwrapping it and seeing what's inside. It's kind of like the excitement of the holidays when presents are exchanged. And you become a student of how to follow that joy, of how to live that truth, of how to bring that into your life. Because I see a wall, again, oh my goodness. I see a wall here crumbling down. And it's a wall that's made this feel like it will never be, as if it is a battle to be fought for, not a beauty found within, not an unlocking of a key that is so sacred to you that only you have ever held it. And only you will ever know what exactly it is and how exactly to word what it is that you want as you move forward, what your happiness, what your joy looks like. It brings you to the Ten of Pentacles in the public arena. This is wealth. Okay, this is wealth that lasts for generations. If you learn how to be truly happy within yourself, okay, how to be contented and empowered, I mean, you learn this lasts for generations because it unlocks a key that makes all who come after you kings. Okay? And it doesn't mean that you have to have children if you don't want to. It means that the wisdom that you give and also the energy that you give out, it gets passed down through the generations. And the 10 of Earth is prosperity and empowerment. And it's wealth or something you value as much as money coming in. And it makes you rich. Rich beyond measure. Rich beyond compare. And it brings you then to the 4 of Air. Step back and give homage to everything that you have been through. The 4 of Air is a battle well fought, right? It is coming back, and it is seeing in medieval times, okay? So in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is, ooh, goodness. This is a coffin, right? A stone coffin with a knight carved on top of it. And I believe it's three swords up here and 1 sword on the coffin, okay? I believe that's how it goes, or it's 4 swords right up here, but I think there's 1 on the coffin. And in medieval times, when you came back from battle, what a knight would do is they would lay in their coffin and think about all the ways they should have died in battle, all the ways they shouldn't have come home. And here, it's not literally being out on the battlefield, unless, of course, you have been. It is looking at your life, the battles that you have fought, the demons you have faced, the heartbreak, the pain, the disappointment that has been a part of you, and seeing how you have come home, how you have stayed true to yourself, how you have moved forward. It could be looking at how you lost your way at times, because everybody has. We tend to think, oh my gosh, it's just me. I did something so terrible I can never be forgiven. It's like, no. This is looking at our lives. And as long as we try to move forward in kindness and in compassion, I'm not talking about anything horrific here, then there's always beauty and light leading us forward. As long as we have not fractured ourselves or broken ourselves or been broken too badly. This is giving yourself respect for everything that you have been through, every hardship, every pain, every disappointment, and the fact that you're still standing. The fact that you're thriving. And you might sit there, and I know some of you are going to laugh and say, this is not thriving. This is not thriving. But Leo, there's always darkness before the dawn. All right? And in those hours where the world is silent, where, it's kind of like nothing good happens during these hours. But if you're up and you're listening to the world, it's silent. And it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Especially if you live out in the country. Right? And so you're listening and connecting to the silence that is within. And you're seeing the patterns in life. And you might be seeing the patterns in life that get repeated over and over and over again. The people that you meet that you're like, oh my goodness, this person again. It's just like the same person with a different name, a different face. Okay, this lesson again, this hurt, this pain, this disappointment. We have them happen in life. Situations that repeatedly tell you that you're worthless. Situations that repeatedly make you feel like you have to fight or you'll be destroyed. And you look at them and you say, I'm done. I'm done. I stand up for myself. I stand in my truth. And I pay homage to who I am. And that act of standing in your power and saying, I deserve better, or saying, you know what? There's more. It opens up a door. It starts a new chapter. And it brings you to the Hierophant. Now you have the repeat of the number 5 here. So this is freedom coming forward. Freedom is a huge part of this time. And it also has here the sense of things being resolved more easily than you thought they would be. Now, it could be that you thought, oh my gosh, this is never going to be resolved. So more easily, more quickly, might not be necessarily fast. But this is you embracing your power. The power over kings. The power to move forward. The power of your truth. All right? This isn't anybody else's truth, and it doesn't have to be anybody else's truth. This is your truth, your power, your grace, your beauty. And you break down the doors. You open up your world. And you say, this is me. And this is who I need to be. And it brings you to the star. It brings you to the highest form of man's perfection. If you've ever been out to the desert, right? Or out just to a place without light pollution, or a lot of light pollution, and you look up, but if without light pollution is better, and you see the stars, and it's amazing. It's humbling, it's awing, it's oh my goshing, you know? And you're looking at it, and you feel small in the realm of the cosmos. You can feel divinity. And the star is connecting you to what our ancestors saw before we flooded the world with light. And when they looked up at the sky, and they saw unobtainable beauty, beauty that they used to map their worlds, that they used to house their gods, that they used to lead them home, okay, and to build the pyramids too. And you see that beauty. They gave them names, they told stories about them throughout cultures, okay? It wasn't just one culture that did so. They awed all humanity. And this is that humbling beauty that is before you, the highest form of perfection that seems forever out of reach. Because whenever we achieve something, we always push the bar out just a little bit more. That's what human beings do, right? And a little bit more, and a little bit more. And so here, with the star, it's always that perfection being pushed out a little bit more. Because we can always be improving. We can always be striving. And there is also a sense here of divinity looking deep within your soul, deep within your heart, and saying, I guide you. I guide you towards more. And I see what it is that your soul desires, how you define happiness, how you define success. And I'm pulling it forward. The road to greatness, right? And it doesn't mean that everybody has to know your name. We tend to think, especially nowadays, that in order to achieve greatness, people have to know our names. They have to be able to recognize us in the street, everything like that. You know, the movie star, the rock star, nonsense. But being happy, being contented in your life, doing the best job you can do at whatever job it is that you do is astounding. Is astounding. And it impacts the world around you. It really does. In beautiful, wonderful ways. I was ordering something to eat, right? And the person, I have a severe allergy. The person took the time when I said I had the severe allergy to look through what I was ordering and said, oh no, you don't want to eat that because you can't. And she didn't have to do that. But she changed the course of my day because she did. And that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. And so here, it's like, it's something so little that you sit there and you think, oh, well, that doesn't have a big impact. But it does. It does. It's little miracles. We tend to think that miracles should be big. Miracles should be overwhelming. They can be little. They can be very little, but astoundingly powerful. That's what you're seeing here. That's what you're seeing here as it moves forward. And it brings you messages of this earth. Hey, this is also earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But it brings you energy and messages of this earth for the way that you move forward, for the grace and the blessings that you have, for the power, the determination, the seeds to be planted, the way that you move forward. Now, the Knight of Earth, okay, the Knight of Pentacles moves slowly. You move more quickly. You're the second fastest moving knight, and this is the slowest moving knight. So you'll get frustrated at times. It's like, oh my gosh, why don't things move faster? Why can't I get to where it is that I want to be now? Not later, but now. And the Knight of Pentacles says, slow and steady wins the race. Slowly and steadily, you build a solid foundation of greatness, of determination, of power. Let's go deeper. Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. And let's see the people you need to be mindful of during this time. Remember, you do not have to know these people in real life. They embody this energy, and this energy here of blessings and also of mindfulness just needs to be, you need to be aware of, right? Okay. Leo. Who does Leo need to be mindful of? November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. Who does Leo need to be mindful of? November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. Who does Leo need to be mindful of? November 16th to the 30th, 2020, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. So we have here the Queen of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is an energy that really calls to you because fire sign energy calls to fire sign energy. This person, though, likes to start fires and walk away. They do. They like to start trouble. They like to stir up the emotions and then just kind of walk away and see what happens. They might not even be aware that they're doing it, but they're doing it. And they're doing it for some odd reason. Stay away from them, okay? Because what they like to do is, right now, they just like to cause trouble. And you don't need trouble in your life. You know, to stir up passions, they have hidden agendas. And it's like, listen, I'm living my life as best I can. I have no time for this nonsense. It brings you then to the Death Card. This is Scorpio energy, time frame October 23rd to November 22nd. This is a person who is highly secretive. They don't want to share everything with you, and they're not going to. You might think, oh my gosh, I know this person inside out. They always have my best intentions, at heart. The thing is, they might not. This might be the way that they see their responsibility. It's like, this is what I need to do. This is what needs to get done. And so, you might think I have your back, but I'm just doing my job. Okay? And this is something to be mindful of, because this person is holding a lot back. Now, as Spirit said before, these do not have to be people you know in real life. These could be people that you just feel this really big connection with. But there's so much that you don't know. And that's going to be a powerful thing here. It's like, they're just secrets. And, everybody has their secrets, even with people that we know super, super well. Everybody has their secrets. But this person here is kind of manipulative with them. Okay, has a bigger agenda out for what they want. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Your energy, because here we have the drum, right? So the vibrational energy of the drum. Your energy and their energy just don't mesh. This is a person who's very practical. This is a person who can be very prosperous, but you guys just don't mesh. So it doesn't work. It just doesn't, no matter how much you try. You have the Two of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Queen of Swords. So you definitely take this gift. That's awesome. Oh, and the Raven's even on your hands. That's fantastic. Or resting on your hand. The Nine of Wands, the Fool, the Two of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so here, there's a new adventure that you are embarking on. As you embrace your queenliness, as you cut through doubts and fears, and you embrace an absolute truth, you're embracing this warrior queen mentality. It's like, this is the truth, this is the facts, as I see them, as I know them, this is how I move forward. And it brings you to a whole new level. It gives you a gift that divinity wants you to have, needs you to have. There's a sense here of love. As you are patient, okay, as you face the karmic lessons that need to be faced, you're embracing a healing, beautiful love. And you're seeing yourself move forward in this love, in this understanding. It's like, finally, things are healing. And then it brings you to the Five of Pentacles over the King of Heart, or over the King of Cups. And the Five of Pentacles is feeling out in the cold, right? It is feeling as if I can't move forward. There's a pauper's mentality here. There's something that makes you feel like the door is barred, as if this wealth, this prosperity, this bounty, this beauty is for everybody else but you. It is time to be freed of that, because you are entering into a stage of kings, okay? A time of kings, not a time of paupers. And that has to be realized. That has to be visualized. That has to be seen within your mind, within your soul, within yourself. Known, it's kind of like within the coursing of your blood. It's like, I am entering into a time of kings. I am entering into a time of greatness. I deserve this greatness. I am so much more than what I'm selling myself out to be. And then it brings you to the Ace of Swords. It brings you to getting this gift over the Page of Swords. So as you are a student of this wisdom, divinity hands you, God, source, spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, hands you this gift of knowledge, of understanding, of greatness, of power, of cutting through doubts and fears, and a knowing of your mind, and a clarity of thought, and determination of spirit. And it brings you to your heart, and your heart here is a bit tired. You're just like, my goodness, I don't want to take one more thing. I can't. And it brings you to the Six of Swords. It's over the Seven of Wands and the Hierophant. So as you turn inward, as you see the battles that need to be fought, and you walk away from the battles that you cannot fight anymore, right? And you stand in your truth. You're not anybody's rug, okay? You're not going to be walked over, but you're tired. You're tired of endless bickering. You move forward in a direction that you hadn't anticipated. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is a person with the swords, 6 swords on a boat, moving forward, right? And here, it is a person being chased by wolves, now up a tree. You're heading in a direction you didn't think you would head in. It's like, well, what the heck do I do now? But it's looking at things, and there's power, and there's knowledge, and there's beauty here. And where you are is where you're supposed to be. It's like, this is a stage of your journey. You might not like it. It might be the part where you're climbing uphill forever and ever and ever. But there will be a time where you reach the top, and then you get to climb down, which can be challenging in and of itself. But this is a part where it's like, oh, I see this deeper. I'm moving forward. To where? I'm not exactly sure. But in power and in truth and in brilliance. And it brings you, it's like to an opening of a door. It's like, now it's time to move with this knowledge to the next stage. And the next stage is the heart and the mind coming together, quite literally, because you have the Queen of Swords over the Queen of Water. It's like the mind and the heart come together. And you have this gift from divinity. You have this raven, this white raven, resting on your hand. It's like this gift comes in and actually lands on you. It becomes a part of you. And your mind and your heart open up so that you're not one extreme or the other. You're in the middle. You need to ask your heart. It's like, what do I want? What do I need? And your heart answers. Your heart answers you. It's like, oh, well, I didn't think that. Oh, I didn't see that. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. I start moving forward. Oh, okay. And your heart and your mind have to have that respect for each other. So when we sit there and our mind says, well, that's not practical and don't be such an idiot type of thing, that's not respecting the heart. And when the heart says, my gosh, how could you be so cold and so cruel? That's not respecting the mind. We need to see things. We also need to know which way we lean a bit more, right? As a fire sign energy, you need to know, do you lean more towards acting off of emotions, or do you lean more towards acting off of the mind? There's power and there's brilliance. There's passion and there's truth. One can feed the fire, right? But it can also blow it out. The other can be boiled up by the fire, but it can also squelch it. So here, it's knowing the way forward, and it's being open and honest with yourself as you embrace your heart. And then we have the 9 of Spells, the 9 of Wands over the Page of Water, over the Page of Cups. So as you are a student of your heart, there is so much that you have been carrying. And there is so much at times that you feel like, I need to protect myself from this. I need to be able to move myself forward. I need to be able to embrace my blessings, my truth, my understanding. Because here she's putting up a protective circle around the eyes in the darkness. It's like the unknown. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is the person carrying 9 wands. No, not carrying 9 wands. Leaning up against one wand with 8 other ones kind of building a wall between her and the outside world. It's like, enough is enough. I cannot take anymore what everybody else is saying, what everybody else is throwing at me. I need to listen to me. It's that protective circle. It's kind of like that circle of mirrors all facing outward. Whatever anybody is sending to you, you send it back as you focus on you. You say all that is not of divine intention, divine beauty, be bound. And you send it back. You send back the negativity. And you embrace your glory and your truth and your power. And you listen to your counsel, not what everybody else has to say. Because what's so interesting is that everybody can tell you, oh, this is how you're supposed to live your life. And this is what you're supposed to do. And this is what will bring you happiness. Are they happy? Are they happy is the question here. And if the answer is no, if you're sitting there and saying, ooh, well, that's a challenge right there. Why would you be so quick to take what they're saying to heart? And you're in the public arena, as you embrace your prosperity, as you give homage and honor everything that you have been through, you start your fool's journey. You start the beginning of a royal journey for yourself, for your soul, for what you desire. Okay, there's beauty and there's stubbornness here. There's passion and there's desire. The fool, you can sit there and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is so foolish. But the fool is also saying, I can't believe that I am doing this. Nobody else has the courage to be this hero in their life. It is being the hero of your story. It's going after what you desire. It's passion, it's truth, it's beauty. It's as all hero journeys begin. A sense of feeling alone, right? A sense of having the insurmountable before you. And the sense of achievement, the sense of success coming forward, guiding you. And it brings you then, as you start your hero's journey, it brings you to the Two of Wands. Here, it's the Two of Spells. You start to see the magic that is at your fingertips. But you start to see also the world opening up to you. You start to see yourself being able to move forward in this journey, okay? As you are determined, as you are true to yourself. And it's like, wow, there's beauty and there's magic here. There's power and there's truth. And it's for me, by me, with me. And it brings you to the Seven of Cups. It's time to start embracing your dreams. It's time to start embracing your heart, your soul, yourself. We have our dreams, okay? And usually, our dreams are so sacred to us that we lock them away in the world, from the world. We lock them away in the recesses of our minds, a sacred place that we can go to and say, this is my dream. This is my hope. This is my fervent wish. I can have it when I pull it out. And it can be in my mind, so it can never go wrong. Nobody can ever sully it. Because it's perfect. Because it's within my mind, my imagination. But it's time to take what we deeply dream of and start bringing it to life. Something that we dream of doing, working on, creating and bringing it to life. It can be love. It can be falling in love. It can be having that partnership where the person is fantastic. Will they be fantastic 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? No. But can they be a balancing point and a comfortable solace in this world? Yes. Is this what you long for? Yes, it is. It doesn't mean that it has to be falling in love with somebody, but it's falling in love with your life. It's sitting there, and instead of merely surviving, it's striving. You're not surviving, you're succeeding, you're achieving, you're going after greatness. You're thriving, that's it, not just striving. You're thriving. And there's beauty here. There's beauty that comes out of pain. And there's a richness and a depthness and a truth to dreams that comes when somebody has been through adversity, has struggled, has lost, has fallen. There's power to those dreams. And because there's power to your spirit. And I know that this is a pool, right? With the forest around. But it almost looks like a dragon's eye. And seeing the infinite possibilities that can come forward. the past, the present, the future, all seen at once and all coming together. Let's see your spirit animal message. Leo, November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Leo. November 16th to the 30th, 2020 Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh. And these three. Okay. So the coyote spirit just had to make itself known. And it says, trust divine detours. Okay? Divine timing started off this reading. Trust in divine timing. Trust in the detours that have come your way. The way that you never expected your life to go, but is moving forward in. Trust in the divine detours. Then we have the bee spirit. Sweet results await. It's sweetness. Okay? I always think of the bee spirit as honey on your lips. And when you lick your lips, you're just pleasantly surprised. It's like, ooh, I have honey there. You know, it's like when you're having a cup of tea and a bit gets on the rim of the cup. And you're surprised by the sweetness. And it's like, that's what's happening with life. Little sparks of sweetness. Coming here, coming there. Moving you forward. And it surprises you. Because it enchants you. It brings you then to the crow spirit. Co-create with the spirit. Let spirit guide you. Okay? And it's going to be a sense of being guided towards something you hadn't expected, you hadn't anticipated. Spirit guides you. Spirit becomes you. And you become a part of spirit, powerfully, beautifully, and truthfully. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the koi fish spirit. There is always enough. There is enough within this world for you. There is enough within this world for each and every person. And when we realize that, as a species, beautiful things will happen. But also when we realize that within ourselves, there is enough. Powerful changes come forward. Your subconscious chakra message is psychic development. Your third eye is developing, okay? Your intuition, your psychic power, your grace is developing. And you can see it as your angels talking more clearly to you. You can see it as your intuition growing, your gut feels really becoming spot on. But there's a sense of deeper power, a deeper opening, and a deeper understanding of yourself coming forward. And it is really quite enchanting. It can also be astoundingly overwhelming, so do be mindful. Then we have your subconscious people message, which is the Princess of Swords. New ideas, new ways forward are coming to you. Don't be afraid to kind of, it's not do something crazy, but it's like, don't be afraid to kind of veer off the track just a little bit. Like look at things and say, well, why the heck not? It's not something silly or dangerous. It's something very beautiful and very powerful and very lovely that opens up to you. And you, as you open up to it, it's like, oh, I didn't see that. Oh, wow, that's the way I can move forward. It brings you then to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Five of Wands. Do not fall victim to chaos for the sake of chaos. There's chaos within each and every one of us. Hurts, pains, disappointments, ways that we think we should never be able to move forward. Here, it is looking at that chaos, and it's saying, you don't get to rule me. I'm breaking free of it. And it takes time. Sometimes you can sit there and be like, I'm breaking free of this chaos, and the chaos holds you. It can hold you for months. It can hold you for years. You know, I'm not saying that it is, but it can. And you see these patterns that need to be broken, but they're hard because they're ingrained. And then you're like, oh. One day you just go, oh. And either you stop, or you take back control, or you start. You know, instead of it being an idea, it becomes an action. And it's because you're ready. And as you become ready, you become empowered. And as you take back control, you take back your life. And that's what you're doing here. You're taking back your life. And it brings you to your subconscious, to go deeper into your subconscious message from the tarot. And it brings you to the Ace of Wands. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine universe, handing you a gift just for you. A passion of creation, of determination. It's taking what can be a curse, what can be so hard to overcome, the 5 wands, the doubts, the fears, the negativity, and handing you one gift that lights your way, that guides you forward, that is a beacon within the darkness, and that builds you towards greatness, power, and determination. All right, Leo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we move forward in ways that we doubted, as we stop the chaos and we embrace the blessings, as you are empowered, Leo, to new realms of greatness, to new truth, but also as you are patient and kind with yourself, as you achieve your life purpose, as you embrace your grace. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo.